Hey BookTube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. Today is one of those cases where I decided partway through the day that I would make a little vlog. If you're new to my channel, I don't make vlogs very often, but today was kind of special. So, but I did just want to let you know where my reading focuses lay. And that is beautiful Jim Key, The Lost History of the World's Smartest Horse. And it is by Eichler Rivas. So I'm really enjoying it this morning. Again, I didn't get a chance to film pouring the coffee and that kind of stuff, but Jason and I hung out in the living room for a little while, and I got maybe a little over 10 pages read, so I'm not even halfway through the book. The other thing I did this morning was send a Voxer message to Rainy from Rainy Day Reads, seeing if she wanted to read Henry IV Part 2. We recently read Henry IV Part 1 together, and I kind of want to read the second one while some things are still fresh in my mind. So we're going to start that on Monday, which means I really need to get a lot of reading done this weekend. So yeah, so I'm hoping to do some reading, and there's some other fun things that Jason, my husband, and I did. So I hope you'll enjoy. Talk to you soon. Books I'm Not Reading. I think this is the first time I've ever filmed inside my car. I'm not even really sure where I'm supposed to look. We went to our local independent bookstore to support Independent Bookstore Day, and got some stuff there. And right now I'm waiting for Jason to get our Indian food that we ordered. Haven't had any Indian food in over a year, so I'm really pretty excited about it. And then yeah, Jason and I will share our books with you guys, and yeah, should be fun. So we just finished our amazing Indian food, and we're both...
Kelly's was more amazing than mine.
It's so good, but I'm kind of in a carbohydrate coma now. Anyway, we did go to our local independent bookstore called Wind City Books. I'll show you a picture of that right here. And they gave me this cute little sticker, since today is Independent Bookstore Day. And yeah, so I thought we could share what we got. Some of these books will seem very likely choices for me. So the first one is Paris by the Book. Sorry, covering up Jason's head there. By Liam
Callanan.
Callanan? Yeah.
That's a weird last name.
But this is the description of it, which I think sounds really good. When eccentric novelist Robert Eady abruptly vanishes, the only clue left behind for his family is 4 unexpected plane tickets to Paris. Hoping to uncover more clues and her husband, Leah sets off for France with her daughters. Upon their arrival, she discovers an unfinished manuscript, one Robert had been secretly writing, that he had set in Paris. The Eady girls follow the path of the manuscript to a small, floundering English language bookstore whose weary proprietor is eager to sell. Leah accepts the offer on the spot. As the family settles into their new Parisian life, They trace the literary paths of beloved Parisian classics, hoping the books will lead them to Robert. But a series of startling discoveries forces Leah to consider that she may not be ready for what solving this mystery might do to her family and the Paris that she thought that she knew. God, sorry, I'm not going to read any more descriptions. But anyway, so I just thought like it sounded really compelling and yeah, just
Yeah, I thought it sounded good too.
a good choice for me. So okay, you share.
All right, so I'll start with this one here. So I got, what is this? The Secret Commonwealth of Elves, Fauns, and Fairies by Robert Kirk, published by New York Review of Books. And this is something I've known about for some time, and I've wanted to read for some time. It's really slim, but I will just read a little bit from the back as well. So,
By all means.
late in the 17th century, Robert Kirk, an Episcopalian minister in the Scottish Highlands, set out to collect his parishioners' many striking stories about elves, fairies, fauns, doppelgangers, wraiths, and other beings of, in Kirk's words, quote, a middle nature betwixt man and angel. For Kirk, these stories constituted strong evidence for the reality of a supernatural world existing parallel to ours, which he passionately believed demanded exploration as much as the new world across the seas. Kirk defended these views in The Secret Commonwealth, an essay that was left in manuscript when he died in 1692. It is a rare and fascinating work, an extraordinary amalgam of science, religion, and folklore, suffused with the spirit of active curiosity and bemused wonder that fills Robert Burton's Anatomy of Melancholy and the works of Sir Thomas Browne. The Secret Commonwealth is not only a remarkable document in the history of ideas, but a study of enchantment that enchants in its own right. And so the thing about this is, and like Kelly doesn't tire of teasing me about it. She always says, well, you always want to own all these books about fairies. You just don't read them. Like
we own huge.
We have a bunch of those Folio Society
fairy
Andrew Lang,
books.
the colored
Never
fairy
looks
books.
at them. Never.
The blue and I think we had the blue and
Pink.
the pink. I have read some of the fairy stories from this. This is a great little used bookstore, or not used bookstore. It's a new bookstore.
New.
A great indie bookstore that we have here in town that we just haven't shopped at very much in the past because we always had really bad experiences with the old owners, and they sold recently, so it's under a new owner now, and
It's so different.
It's so much more pleasant to shop there.
And there's just, I mean, we went last weekend as well, 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, was it two? Was it? I think it was 2 weekends ago.
Anyway,
Recently.
recently, and I was just amazed at the inventory and that they've expanded some sections that were, much smaller before. So, okay, I can't remember. Is this real or not? Do you remember? I can't remember.
Yeah,
if I
that
got
was
this
in
in
nonfiction.
True Crime.
Yeah.
So, the next one I got is Murder by the Book: The Crime That Shocked Dickens's London by Claire Harman. And sorry, I'm covering up Jason's head. There we go. You can tell we haven't filmed together for a while. But anyway, so this is about obviously a murder, and the prime suspect claimed to have been inspired by a sensational crime novel. And I guess Dickens and Thackeray somehow are involved in the investigation, figuring out who did this. So anyway, I just thought again sounded super compelling.
The second and final book that I picked up today was the most recent Tim Winton novel, The Shepherd's Huts. And if you follow my channel at all, you will know that I really love this writer. And so he kind of needs no introduction from me, but brief introduction. Yeah, I mean, he's a Booker Prize shortlisted author. He's won the Miles Franklin Award, which is the most prestigious literary prize in Australia. I think he's won it 4 or 5 times, actually.
And it's Aussie April, so it seems kind of fitting.
Oh, I guess, yeah, it is Aussie April, which I've never participated in. But I love Tim Winton. And I know some people on BookTube really hated this book. And I haven't read it, but I have a hard time understanding how that could be possible. Can't wait. So I love this cover as well. And yeah, it was just super cool to be in a bookstore and see it. And as soon as I saw it, I put the other book I had in my hand back on the shelf.
Now, you know, the money that
This is
we were spending was supposed to be from our tax return, and Jason's already spent all of his. So
Kelly
this is
graciously let me
two
have
bonus books.
a little extra.
I did say no hardcovers. The last two books that I have are, again, you know, I don't think they're going to be real surprises. This one's been on my TBR for a long time, The Oregon Trail by Rinker Buck. The Oregon Trail goes through Casper, wherever you live.
Oh, does it?
That's why there's a trail center.
Well, there's a lot of trails, though. I didn't realize the trail center was about the Oregon Trail.
It's not. It's about all the trails. They all went through here. They all crossed the river.
It's been
Anyway,
like since fourth grade since I've had any Wyoming history.
So I've always been fascinated about the Oregon Trail, especially because near where I grew up, there are actually like ruts in stone of where people like there were so many wagons that went across there that they actually changed the shape of these huge boulders, and that's just always left a deep impression with me. So yeah, so I thought I wanted to read this and learn more about the Oregon Trail in general. I've never heard of or seen this book before, but had a cute little fox on the cover. It's about living 40 seasons of mountain living. It's called Rough Beauty by Karen Auvinen. I'm not sure how to say that last name, but I think she's a poet, and yeah, award-winning poet. She lives in Colorado, and this is her first book, so I thought that was kind of fun. Then,
well, one of the critics on the back, I think Kirk, has compared it to Terry Tempest Williams.
Yeah, it got a starred review from Kirkus and Publishers Weekly, so that is definitely an encouraging sign. And then, because it was Independent Bookstore Day, they offered a free audiobook, like, that you could download or something like that, which we didn't take. But then they said, or you can also, like, look at our cart of ARCs, and you can take an ARC. So I wasn't really, like, I wasn't sure what was going to be on the cart.
It was funny, though. It was them wanting to unload their overstock of ARCs, sort of masquerading as graciousness. So we will let you take one.
Right, like even though they don't pay anything for them, yeah,
that are taking up space.
Well, and what anyway? So I grabbed this Jenny Lawson's new book, Broken. And one of my friends has constantly told me, that I should read Let's Pretend This Never Happened. And so, but this book comes out this month, like it's out now, and the hardcover is $27.99. So can you imagine if you bought the book and then you went to the ARC cart, because there was 2 copies of this. I was just like, so anyway, I snatched it up as thinking that it might be like something lighter to read and funny, and I'm sure we'll be able to find someone to pass it on to. Jason's not real crazy about ARCs.
No, I don't read ARCs.
Anyway, so, but I just thought, I saw it and it was like, oh yeah, that's, fantastic. And it was really the only thing on the cart that I thought was interesting. But yeah, so it was fun. It was fun going to the bookstore. And I still have some money left to spend, right?
Yeah, you have.
I don't plan on buying any books anytime for a while, so
I promise I won't sneak in there and use the credit.
Spread out. You are not going to sneak in there and use the credit. I'm going to go exercise for a little bit and then dive back into beautiful Jim Key. Hey guys, so it's a little after 7 o'clock in the evening, and I have my tea. I believe this is sugar plum spice. Jason made it for me. I've got my biscotti for dessert, and I have my book. So I was able to get a little more read. I'm really hoping I can at least at least get to page 171, which would mean I would have 100 pages left in the book. I don't know that I can finish it tomorrow, especially since tomorrow is the Oscars. But tonight is a really good night to read because Jason is going to be upstairs watching a horror movie. And I also brought my earplugs down because that way I can, if it gets too loud and crazy, I can block out the sounds of people screaming. So anyway, I will let you know how far I get in this tonight. I look so grungy. I worked out and I tried reading in bed, which was a mistake. All right, I'm gonna dive into my tea and my biscotti and my book. I'll talk to you later. Hey booktube, so it's time for me to go get ready for bed. I made some progress, not as much as I had hoped. I'll probably read a little bit before I fall asleep tonight, but yeah, so I have a little more than 100 pages left in this, but there's so much detail that I feel like it warrants reading slowly and carefully. I already know like there are a few things that I must have read too quickly because I was like, wait, what is about this? Like, I didn't quite understand like some of the connections. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon, booktube. Take care. Bye.